Hi, I'm Barbara Cassidy, and I want to ask you a question today. Do or did you feel selfish at times? Yeah? No? Does that word sometimes come to you as you begin to do or consider what I want, what I need, versus not what they expect from you? For years, I focused on others 150%. What were their needs? What did they want? I never even thought about self-care for myself. Never even considered that that was not something I really wanted to do. That was not something I need, right? Well, as I went through my really intense migraine years, I began to ask myself, who am I? And that comes from when I was asked at a dinner what I did. I didn't, no comment, because I did not know how to answer that. What was my purpose? Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know. As an empty nester, it took a lot of soul searching and a lot of learning to gain the confidence to say the word no. That's the hardest two-letter word for me that I had to learn to say. You know, it was like I have to grow in the direction of what I wanted to be. Not fully, well, there's that word selfish. Not 100%. I mean, there's give and take in everything, right? But still, I needed to start considering what I really wanted, and it was okay to say, no, it's not. So anybody else find that word really hard to say some days? Yeah. Once I started to say no, people did not expect that from me. And I can tell you what, it's not well received. And to this day, many don't receive it very well because it's not of the nature I had for all of those years. But I can honestly tell you that word no is coming easier and easier and easier as I get older. But, you know, even though I do say no, I stop to reflect on, by not doing self-care and feeling selfish if anything I did was for myself, that it's my fault, that there's the entitlement and there's the lack of gratitude. I reflect on that a lot. I feel guilty. I feel selfish. Maybe I should not be doing anything for myself. Anybody relate to that? Self-care, seriously though, it is not self-indulgence. Not at all. It's self-preservation. There's a huge difference on how you look at what self-care is, and it really did bring me to my purpose. Totally not an overnight discovery at all. It was quite the journey, but that purpose became clear as I worked through research and I learned and grew knowledge and education to find where my migraine triggers were coming from. Sharing my story of being migraine free and sharing how others can get to the same position that I'm at, and we can fully function absolutely every single day. That fills my heart. Mamas, I want to know if any of you feel that way. Sometimes we feel guilty and selfish because we're taking time for us now, especially those of you that are in my age bracket. I think you could probably relate a whole lot to this, right? So I would love to hear what your purpose is, and did you feel selfish or guilty getting there? Younger mamas, I think it might be easier for you. I'm not sure, but I would like to know what your purpose is and if you feel you had no difficulty getting to that. Blessings, may you have wellness, purpose, and abundance.